Shaking, I'm so scared. I have some news that I've been sitting on for a while, and I haven't had the courage to tell you until now. Actually, if you've been following my videos over the last few months, especially my last one, then you might be able to already guess the news, based on the clues that I left in those videos. So one thing I've neglected to tell you is where this is. This isn't some hidden room in Sarah's condo, where I've made a majority of my vlogs in the last year. This is an office, in my mother's basement, because I moved back home. Now before you ask a million questions, let me answer them for you. I'm still at the same job, working in psych research at the university. My commute is just a bit longer now, since my mom's house is about an hour from campus. The reason I moved out of Sarah's condo is purely based on finances. Sarah and I are still good friends, and we see each other regularly. The reason I chose to move back home and commute to work is because I have to save money for a rather huge investment in my life. I'm having a baby. Totally kidding. That is about the furthest thing from my mind right now. No, the truth is that I'm going back to school. Not graduate school for psychology. Starting this fall, I'm going to media art school for video production. Yay! The few friends I've told about this weren't surprised at all. In fact, the most common comment I got was, "I'm surprised you didn't major in film while you were at school." The truth is that video production wasn't something I really considered as a career, just a fun hobby of mine. And when I was 18 years old, psychology was the thing that I really wanted to study. I don't regret going to school for psychology, and I don't regret earning a degree from one of the best psychology programs in the country. My favorite course ever came out of the psychology department, and my degree led me to a great job with awesome colleagues, as well as opportunities to produce videos about causes I care about. So no, I don't regret my first pass at university, because at that time, those were the things I wanted to do in my life. Now, though, my attention is turned back to video production, and specifically at the world of online video. When I was in school, online video wasn't the booming industry that it is now, and the jobs that are now being created in that field didn't even exist several years ago. Over the last year, I'd find myself scrolling through job postings for online video companies, and while I would have jumped at the chance to work for Zay Frank or John and Hank Green, I'd find that I was a little underqualified for the job. So I'm going back to school to build those skills and a portfolio, so that A, I can be considered a serious candidate for such positions, and B, I'll have more opportunities, both in and out of school, to work on my craft. This decision didn't come easily to me, and while I'm ultimately happy about it, I still wrestle with a lot of concerns about going back to school. I worry that there are cheaper ways to go about learning new video skills, and maybe going to school isn't the best option. I've listened to people who work in the field, and a number of them didn't go to film school. They just learned from online tutorials and working with like-minded people. That's great for them, but I'm the kind of person who really needs hands-on experience to really grasp what I'm learning. I also worry that my passion for video production won't be enough to motivate me to do the coursework to the best of my abilities. One of the reasons I didn't major in film was because I didn't want school to kill my passion for it. I didn't want it tainted by years of exams and analyzing film through a narrow academic lens. The thing that really sold me on this school was the emphasis on hands-on learning. I'm hoping that that'll help me see the coursework as something I'm working on rather than something I'm studying abstractly. My greatest fear with this decision is that splitting my time between work, school, and the commute will greatly wear on my spirit over the next couple years. I'm in a good place right now. I have a great job, awesome friends, and a comfy life. But I worry that over time, I'll stretch myself too thin and become a shadow of my former self. But then I remember this quote.
The real hero's journey is the journey from strength to weakness.
I have to remind myself that this experience will be good for me, a real test of my character. Maybe I'll crash and burn, and maybe I won't. But I won't know until I try. I have to at least try. Anyway, thanks for listening. It means a lot that you've stuck with me this far, and I hope you continue to stick with me on this next phase of my journey. Because that's what this channel's about, right? Our personal journey through life. And sometimes you find that going back to school is the next step for you. As always, thank you for watching. I'll be hanging out in the comments if you want to chat. Otherwise, I'll see you in a couple weeks. For those who care, it's Harry Potter versus Doctor Who. I'll put a link in the description if you want to buy the shirt.